cross off the line! And it's a corner!
From the Premier League, Arsenal defeated Nottingham Forest 2-1. West Ham, they played out a draw against Bournemouth. Brighton and Hove Albion won 4-1 against Luton Town. That was a result I was really particular about. I wanted to see Luton Town, what they can do, first time playing Premier League or in a long time. Everton against Fulham. Everton have started on the back foot again. They lost at home against Fulham. Sheffield United lost at home against Crystal Palace. Newcastle, bro, 5-1 against Aston Villa. Brentford 2-2 against Spurs. And the most interesting that everyone, was particular about this weekend was Chelsea against Liverpool. Let's go straight to other results. Arsenal, I already said it last week that the last time they lifted, they were crowned the champions of Premier League was far back as 2003/4 season. And I'm coming to Izu now. They started once again on a very, very good note. It was still 2-0, but they conceded one, diving from Awoni. But looking at Arteta and the squad this season, they brought in Declan Rice. They have proven that they can compete. They want to compete. You see their style of play, their transition from defense to the attack. And honestly speaking, do you think they have the depth to go all the way this season? At least with the first result, they started with a win.
Do they have depth?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I believe that they'll go all the way this season? I don't think so. I'll tell you something about that game. The first goal came as a result of something Martinelli did not even plan for. He tried to do a 360 spin in between the two defenders. Luckily for him, the ball got in Ketia and he took his chance well. I'm not going to lie. The second goal was individual brilliance from Saka. And if you take away those two goals, there was nothing during the period of that game that will make you beat your chest and say, oh, Arsenal are firing as they were firing last season.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is losing a midfielder like Xhaka.
Okay.
He was essentially the person who did the whole box-to-box, allows Zinchenko to talk in exactly.
Passes and
Martinelli can always run narrow and then he will extend and go wide. Odegaard can roam in the midfield and draw those passes. Now you have two players who are almost alike, Havertz and Odegaard, in the same midfield. Declan Rice is playing behind them, and I did not really see.
So
Odegaard
now,
was basically quiet the entire
this
game.
is it. What now? You've made mention of players maybe Xhaka going and it might affect their performance. So what do you think are the shortcomings of this Arsenal squad? Let me come to Farouk. The shortcomings of Arsenal squad. Do you think you might have injury worries? Do you think when there's a player injured, there's someone to fit in for it? Like Partey, you have Declan Rice, but it seems Arteta is going with two pivot players now. Do you think these guys are good enough to compete against Man City?
I think Arsenal's issue will always be goal scoring. I still don't feel they have a very potent striker this season. They've relied so much on Gabriel Jesus, and look at them at City. Barely scored 20 goals in a season. Very good when it comes to building up play, controlling up forward, but you need someone that can get you at least 20-25 goals every season. At least as your main man.
So not like the criteria to win the Premier League.
Yeah, the midfield, I think Arsenal will be fine. They dominate virtually every opponent except probably City and some other tough opposition in England. But I still feel that they need that striker that will take them to the next level. Can they get that from Gabriel Jesus? I don't think no. I don't think so. Can they get that from the likes of Odegaard? Kai Havertz for me is not really, these are players who can't really define their role as far as playing is concerned. They can be very good today and next moment they can be very, very bad. But I think Kai Havertz is a fantastic talent. But will he be the one to give them that final lap they need to pursue City off their track? I don't think they have it yet. But as far as I'm concerned, they will do quite well against a lesser side in England. But seeing game off will always be that problem. They were in control virtually all the match. And Jack Robinson comes up 10 minutes to the final match. They struggle, but eventually the first match is vital. How you win doesn't matter.
Just get the maximum
and
points.
Get into the next.
The most important. So talking about maximum points, let's quickly talk about Newcastle, because we were here on the show last week and we said that it seems I saw their preseason and I never gave them a chance to hit the ground running as fast as possible. Now, they did not just play any Premier League team. They played an Aston Villa who also ended the season on a very fantastic note last season. Alexander Isak, this was a guy, he came into the Premier League and he adapted as quickly and as fast as possible. Are you giving Newcastle a chance once again this season? their priority for the season, do you think they will want to go, higher by going for the Premier League, or are they just going to stick with the top four?
No, I think most people underestimated the squad last season.
Fantastic,
And, that's the
fantastic.
truth.
Yeah,
They had good depth.
and the manager as well.
But one of the things I think that affected was that they didn't have a lot of experienced players.
Absolutely.
So experience also helps with the talent that you have. You've had one season of experience right now, so I expect them to go better than last season. Now, I won't be surprised if they take on the likes of City and defeat them home and away, because they have like you said, they have a potent strike force, unlike Arsenal. Do you understand? So they have a better chance.
They have Isak, they have Callum Wilson,
they have a
options.
very strong midfield.
Yeah.
also.
Barnes.
So you see,
Barnes, that's from Leicester.
I'm happy that people never gave them a chance last season. They bonded well.
Yep.
They understood each other. They understand each other better this season, and I expect them to do far.
So are they going for the top four? Don't forget they're in the Champions League as well.
You see, when we look at the top four, I don't like to start talking top four now, and I'll tell you why. The next few weeks will determine. When you're involved in European football, you go to a game, you come back with less than 72 hours to play another game. Fatigue may setting. You're flying into the city. Now, there have been challenges in the past where they say that Arsenal have been favored because whenever they travel outside to Europe, they come back home, they're playing at home. Others have to travel again. So we need to look at, if that doesn't happen to them, they have a big chance of nullifying the big teams. So I don't see them being a walkover this season.
Okay. So let's go straight to Chelsea against Liverpool, Farouk. It was a game that we all expected, to be a draw. We've seen in their last 7 meetings, making it 7 now, it's been a draw.
Yeah.
Now they introduced, some new players from Chelsea. Also Liverpool bringing in Szoboszlai, bringing in McAllister and the rest of the guys. It was an exciting game. I would not deny it was an exciting game of football. But looking at Pochettino's setup of the team, can we say Chelsea are in there for the battle this time around? I want you to be very honest.
To be honest, it's very early for us to say Chelsea are going to be in there. It even took them about 25 minutes to get started in their own stadium, but it's the first match of the season. But do they have the potential to at least to push for a top four? I think they do. On the basis of what I saw over the weekend, I think they do. Push Liverpool all the way. Liverpool also, trying to get themselves into the new season. The midfield is completely different from what we saw in the past from Liverpool. For Chelsea, theirs are very different. We've got a lot of parts coming together from the striking force to the midfield, as well as also some parts in the defense. But I feel that they have gotten a coach that understands the league very, very well. He's been there for a long time with Tottenham Hotspur, very close to the winning Champions League. He also had a run in the league at the point in time when they lost it out to when City won. While Liverpool were dominating. So I feel that for Chelsea, yes, they will be fine, but they still need one or two players at least to make that team thicker than what it is right about now. But I was also surprised about how they were able to hold on to Liverpool for a large spell of the match. They controlled the match, had more possession, but I still feel Chelsea needs a striker. If they had Nkuku,
no, they have Jackson. I love the way he played yesterday.
Jackson is a fantastic player, but is he a goal scorer? Somebody can rely on scoring week in, week out. I don't think so. In Nkuku, you have got the guy that can score goals, can also create assists, and also cause problems when not scoring. And for Raheem Sterling, he needs to wake up. Doesn't want to play at Chelsea. I absolutely think he's not ready for Chelsea right about now. But on overall of what I saw from Chelsea, from what I thought they were going to do, I think they will be fine. But can they push City all the way? No. Top four, they also have to worry about Newcastle. Everybody feel that they're just a one-season wonder. But starting where they left from, I think that they will give us a lot of good this season. But Chelsea, I think they are very, very good at this point in time.
In fact, someone said that Enzo Fernandez, it seems as if Chelsea gave him something different from what we all know, because a player as good as that in a team that is just rebuilding. What kind of project can you possibly think Chelsea have told him that they are on, Enzo?
First of all, the team is very young. And if you look at that team, Enzo would easily step in and start. It's not a team where
the play.
It's not a team where they start to tell him, "Oh, you have to sit some games out because there's this new man that will have to play and all of that." And if you look at the game yesterday, I think Pochettino tried to choke Liverpool in the midfield. He played 3, and then we had 2 wing backs and then 3 midfielders, then Jackson and I think Sterling, who kept switching. So he found a way to like choke them in the midfield. And then Enzo was class yesterday. The drag backs, the control, the pace of the game, knowing when to switch it, when to play long, when to play it short. I saw a tweet yesterday and somebody said we should return him back to Benfica
And buy him
again for 250 million.
I saw it.
He's that good. He's that good.
But is it going to be a deciding factor if Chelsea are to make the top 4 this season? Enzo Fernandez, his creativity, the way he transits from the midfield to the attack, his defense splitting passes. If there's anything that good to come out of Chelsea, are you seeing Enzo Fernandez as someone who will determine that for Chelsea this season?
I believe so. And brings back the team that won the Premiership for the first time, which is Chelsea several years, when Mourinho came in. And he has what it takes. Now, my only challenge is the strike, in their strike force. They had the same issue they didn't play badly last season, let's be sincere. But the major problem in the last 2-3 seasons is having a striker who delivers.
Oh, wow.
So if they have someone, if Jackson can do that, if Nkunku gets to play to do that, Nkunku can.
But how many goals do you possibly see Jackson can score in the Premier League? 20?
Let me tell you one thing. One of the easiest things to score goals, if you have good positioning, is the Premier League.
And if there is good creativity.
Yes, is the Premier League. Good positioning in the box where a predator is very easy. But if you don't get the services also, with Enzo there, you'll get the services.
With James as well.
Yes,
with James, yeah.
And then if you can play Nkunku not as a main striker, just behind the strike force, you have another chance. Nkunku can always switch.
In fact, he got a lot of assists for Leipzig, about 78 assists when he was at Leipzig. So Nkunku is that's why I tell you that when you have a man that is playing behind the striker that is not selfish, someone who is ready to give you that pass at the right time. I think that was what Chelsea have lacked with missing Mount. Mount is always someone who has a huge eye for goal, and that's why any striker ahead of Mount would be struggling any day, anytime.